I think Mysterio is a pretty good villain with one major flaw: lack of foresight. I mean, think about Mysterio's plan. He wants to what? Make himself a superhero and make people believe he can handle threats and think that he saved the world. And then what? Will he join the Avengers? Will he go along with them within life-risking missions? Will he simply just disappear? Yeah, the next time they meet him, which is odd because like the day after I watched the movie, I immediately came up with an idea for what they could do with Mysterio. Would just adjust his plan a lot, and it could relatively make a little more sense. Mysterio's thing is that he wants people to finally listen. He essentially wants to be respected more as a scientist. And I think the fact that he's supposed to be a guy from an alternate dimension who is avenging his destroyed planet could have worked in his favor. I mean, let's not forget that Quentin Beck, or whatever his name actually was a real person with family and friends, probably. And Stark Labs definitely has records of his existence. I mean, the idea that he framed Spider-Man is kind of laughable because, like the Flash getting framed on the CW show, there's so much evidence to disprove it that it's kind of ridiculous. But then again, in this day and age, I bet they could get Quentin Beck to come back to life and confess to all his crimes, and there would still be people who'd be like, nah, fake news. Anyway, so what? How would I have adjusted Mysterio's plan? Kind of simple. He kills him. His plan is to die fighting the final giant elemental. What? Now you may wonder how, but it's quite simple. If Mysterio really emphasizes to the world that he is an alternate version from a universe that is very closely like theirs, claim that they had their own Avengers, their as maybe embellish a few details, and say that there are like some differences, like say I don't know, Tony Stark didn't become Iron Man. He did. Because he managed to get control over Stark Industries. If he does that, then when people do find the version of what they think is the version of him from this reality, they'll revere him as someone who was like who has the personality of the Iron Man from another universe. That way, if he fakes his alternate version's death during the destruction of London, then the version of him from this reality can continue to exist. Except now he's basically as respected as Iron Man simply because people think he's an alternate version of a superhero who, like Iron Man, sacrificed himself to save the world. And unlike Tony, he's still alive afterwards. So he can reap the benefits. Maybe try to get a higher position in Shield, Stark Industries. He could even get funding to like maybe become his own superhero, or with whatever technology he has at his beck and call, and become a second Mysterio who no longer has to like I don't know, fake his death so no one realizes he's a person from this reality. And if he really does want to be a superhero and risk his life for it, then I guess he could use the holograms and a few of the drones to like say, I'm not Iron Man, but I do have these powers. Or he could. The point is now he'll be as respected as a superhero without incurring any of the risk. Of course, then Spider-Man throws a wrench in his plans when he have attacks at New York, but I just feel like if they'd done that, I'd be able to take Mysterio's plan. And again, he's still a pretty fun villain, but that's just me. What do you think? Do you think they should have adjusted Mysterio's backstory the way I said so? Or do you think that there would have been a better way to adjust it? Do you think that Mysterio's plan would have worked as it what did if Spider-Man would have worked even if Spider-Man didn't stop him? And tell me why. Thank you and good night. Or good morning, wherever you live. What? God damn it. Whatever.